Having a strong core gives you a strong core in life. And I'm recording this in real time. I'm in my bedroom simply because that's where the good ring light was, and I didn't feel like moving around. And I wanted to speak to you from the heart, sharing how my daily planks that I first started doing because I wanted those nice obliques and lines in my abs, which indeed I do have, how that has impacted my life in so many different ways. And I know it has for other men and women as well. Um, when you have a strong core physically, you are also at the same time developing a strong core. When you build a strong core physically, you are simultaneously building a strong core mentally, emotionally, and possibly even spiritually. I know that I have. Um, and it really is very grounding in a lot of ways. So, you know me, I love to dance around in my underwear and in a bikini and prance all over the beach and do planks on the beach and all these fun things. I'm a Leo, born in the year of the fire horse. I put myself on a billboard in Times Square, mostly because I could. So, yeah, I'm proud of the way I look. I'm proud of the way I take care of myself. And I love to be seen. And I will be the first to admit that. But I would also but I also want to share how right now, as I'm going through some hard times, but also just in life, how this affects you. So, and again, I'm in a blazer I'm headed out to a hearing for my robbery. But I was dressed and had time to record this. So when you start developing a strong physical core and you start building that muscle, and again, it was all about the aesthetics. First of all, there are so many health benefits. We are finding out more and more now about how important muscle is to healthy aging. Dr. Gabrielle Lyon has described muscle as the organ of longevity. We know that quad strength and balance are crucial to aging well. Literally, it will keep you out of the nursing home. And core strength has a lot to do with our balance. So, right there, this is important for our overall health. Some other benefits of strong core strength, even again, if you like, maybe you're doing it for the aesthetics, as I still am. I love to look at my abs. I'm in love with them. But also, when you develop that strong core, it improves, your posture improves, your confidence improves on so many levels. You look good. It feels good to feel strong, but your confidence also improves because you've shown up for yourself. You've created this physical change in your body by showing up for yourself, by prioritizing protein, by burning the fat if there was fat to burn, by building the muscle. So you're building confidence that way because you're showing up for yourself. But you're standing straighter. It affects the way you enter the room, literally. And then our appearance, whether we like to admit it or not, this isn't just about, pretty privilege. It's about making an effort to to express yourself, to look nice. But when you are physically fit, that does make a difference in the way people perceive you. And that can be fair or not fair, whatever you think, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But then let's dive a little deeper. And again, you have that confidence that you've shown up for yourself, you've put in the work, and then you have that confidence to take on more. You've also probably worked on improving your sleep and getting better sleep. You're not drinking or not, you're not drinking as much. You're making all these changes, which just lead to better and better energy, more opportunities, all of these things. But now let's look at when things get really tough. Maybe something happens like I was robbed late November. That sucks. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Or you could be dealing, as I also am right now, with really difficult situations with people where their problem is really affecting your life and where there is a heaviness in the air and it's overwhelming and scary. This core strength that I have built physically has made me stronger mentally, emotionally, and yes, spiritually. So there's a mental strength, a fortitude that comes from just getting up and doing what needs to be done to take care of yourself physically. Like you go for the walk, you do the workout, you hold the plank. I hold a plank one, at least one every damn day. Um, and that develops like just a mental strength. You're like, wow, I can do this. And it just gives you, again, you feel better emotionally because you know that doesn't mean you feel good all the time because I don't right now. But I know that I'm showing up for myself. I'm honoring my feelings and I'm still showing up for myself because even if I feel sad, scared, whatever feelings, shame, remorse, any of that, if you're still showing up for yourself with these simple steps, first of all, you're going to feel better when you come out on the other side because you were still building the strength, eating right. So it truly, truly helps. And then for me, taking care of my physical body that I enjoy showing off, I'm not going to lie, it's been a spiritual journey as well. It truly has. Um, that quiet time in the morning, getting up and going for my walk when the rest of the world isn't even awake, that's when my intuition is strongest. That's why I'm listening to affirmation loops or maybe just hearing the nature sounds. I'm not checking social media and news. I'm not letting my mind go down those paths. And it's made me stronger spiritually. It's given me a much greater faith. Again, whatever your beliefs are, it's given me a much greater faith. It has also made me see that we do have what we need inside of ourselves. That when we that's why I say connect before you consume, but that absolutely we reach out for help and support. But so many times what we need is right here. And we also learn that we don't need to tell every single person what's going on in our life. We share on an as needed basis. We don't ask 10 different people what we should do about a situation if we already know inside. Um, maybe sometime it gives us the strength to set healthy, loving boundaries even when they may not feel healthy and loving to the other person involved, but sometimes they're necessary. So my tone is serious and somber right now because that's exactly how I feel. And I went out, it was 22 degrees when I got up. It said feels like 7 with the wind. I still walked, not as long because obviously, I want to keep myself safe, but there was no ice. There was something very cathartic actually about getting out for that early morning walk. I did my workout. It's super simple, but I do 5 minutes of abs, 5 minutes of ass, bounce on my rebounder. The core stuff also does some upper body, although I want to start working on that more soon. Um, I'm prioritizing protein and produce. First of all, there's not crap in my house, but I know that binge eating or drowning my sorrows in sweets or opening up a bottle of wine sure isn't going to help this situation. I know alcohol, the last thing I need is a depressant right now, even if it temporarily made me, numb things a little bit. And I know that emotionally eating, while we do indeed eat for comfort sometimes, and that's okay, but downing a bunch of chocolate bars is not going to help. I'm going to have a sugar hangover. It might taste good in the moment, but I mean, to me, it doesn't even anymore because I'd rather feel the feelings and move through them than stuff them down. So, sharing what's on my mind and my heart, I am so committed more than ever on all of my platforms to show up in real time with real stuff, real life, real strategies. These are strategies that are helping me, some cases sharing what's helped clients, past clients, things like that, the people in my community, and that I believe can be helpful to you. And that's why I'm sharing. So thank you so much for being here.